Hey, Ivy. Before we start today, I have to ask you something. Did you ever notice how the first thing most people do after waking up is check their phone? Like, before even getting out of bed. People check messages, news, emails, social media. It's almost automatic now.
That's actually true. I don't think most people even realize how much they depend on it. A few years ago, the internet was something we used. But now, it feels like the internet is something we live inside.
Exactly. And today I was thinking about something kind of strange. Something that sounds impossible. But imagine if tomorrow morning you wake up and suddenly the entire internet is gone.
Wait, gone like no social media?
No social media.
No videos?
No videos.
No online banking?
No online banking. No emails. No GPS. No online shopping. Basically, everything connected to the internet just stops.
Okay, that's actually scary. Because the funny thing is, most people would probably think, all right, I'll just use it later. They wouldn't even understand the size of the problem at first.
Exactly. The first few minutes would probably feel normal. People would refresh their apps, maybe restart their phones, check their Wi-Fi, thinking it's just a small problem.
Like when your internet goes down at home and everyone becomes an engineer for 5 minutes. Let me turn the router off and on.
Exactly. But then people would realize this isn't their internet. This is everyone's internet.
And that moment would be different because humans are used to technology failing sometimes, but we are not used to the entire world losing a connection.
And the interesting part is, the internet isn't just entertainment anymore. It's connected to almost everything. Hospitals, transportation, businesses, communication, even simple everyday tasks.
Which makes me wonder, would society actually stop working? Or would humans adapt faster than we think? Because humans are pretty good at surviving changes.
That's the question. Would this be the biggest disaster in modern history? Or would it remind us how creative humans can be?
You know what I find interesting, Noah? The biggest problem might not even be the technology itself. It might be people's reaction. Because imagine millions of people waking up and suddenly feeling disconnected. Not just from apps, but from the entire world.
Yeah, the first few hours would probably be confusing. People would check their phones again and again. They would think maybe it's a local problem. Maybe their phone is broken. Maybe their internet provider has an issue.
And then the questions would start. Is it happening to everyone? Did someone attack the system? How long will this last? Because humans don't like uncertainty. We want answers.
Exactly. And now imagine someone trying to do something simple, like ordering food, checking their bank balance, finding an address, or even contacting someone who lives far away. Suddenly, things we do without thinking become difficult.
That's the strange part. A person from 100 years ago would probably look at us and think, how can you be unable to function without a machine? But for us, this technology has become part of daily life.
And businesses would feel it immediately. Think about all the companies that depend on online systems. Online stores, digital payments, remote workers, advertising, communication. Everything would slow down.
But I also think something unexpected would happen. People might start talking to each other again. Not through screens. Actually talking.
That's a good point. Maybe neighbors who never spoke before would finally meet. Families might spend more time together. People might remember what life felt like before constant notifications.
But let's not forget, there would also be serious problems. Some important services rely on internet connections. Hospitals, emergency communication, and many organizations use digital systems every day.
True. The internet is not just memes and videos. It's a massive, invisible system that connects the modern world. And we rarely think about it because it usually works.
That's probably the biggest lesson. We notice technology most when it disappears.
Exactly. And after the first week, I think something interesting would happen. People would start adapting.
How?
Humans have always adapted. If one way stops working, we create another way. People would return to older methods. Paper records, face-to-face meetings, local communication.
So you think society wouldn't collapse?
Not completely. It would be difficult.
But humans have survived massive changes before. The real question is, after 30 days, would we want the internet back exactly the same way?
That's actually a fascinating question, because maybe we would realize two things at the same time. First, how much we need the internet. And second, how much we don't need certain parts of it.
Maybe the internet is not the problem. Maybe the problem is that we forgot how to balance it.
A world without the internet would be challenging, but it would also show us something. Technology connects us globally, but sometimes it disconnects us personally.
And maybe after 30 days, people wouldn't just ask, how do we bring the internet back? Maybe they would ask, how do we use it better this time?
Because technology should be a tool, not something that controls our entire lives.
The internet changed humanity forever, but the future depends on how humanity changes with it.
And maybe the biggest discovery wouldn't be about the internet. Maybe it would be about ourselves.
Because when the connection disappears, we finally notice what was always around us. Real conversations, real experiences, real life.
And that's something no technology can completely replace.
This is The Curious Horizon.
Thanks for listening.